No one spoke, not because they had nothing to say, but because every man in that room knew what tonight meant. The long table inside the underground lounge was filled with the most powerful men in the city. Men who controlled businesses, shipping routes, and information. Men who were used to being feared. And yet, tonight they were waiting to meet the one person who controlled them all. The person they simply called the boss. If you love cinematic crime stories like this, subscribe, because this only gets darker. No one had seen the boss before. No one knew what he looked like. But rumors traveled fast in the underworld. They said he was ruthless. They said he never raised his voice. They said one decision from him could change the entire city. A man leaned back slowly.
So tonight we finally meet him.
Replied quietly.
If the stories are true, we should be careful what we say.
Then, the elevator at the end of the room opened. The sound echoed through the lounge. Every head turned. Footsteps approached. Slow, calm, confident. The door opened, and the person who walked in was not the man they expected. It was a woman. For 3 seconds, no one spoke. The woman walked toward the head of the table as if she had done it 1,000 times before. Black suit, calm expression, eyes that moved across the room carefully, studying every face. She placed her coat over the back of the chair at the head of the table. Then she sat, not asking permission, not waiting for introductions, just sitting. And somehow, the entire room adjusted around her presence. A man finally broke the silence. "I think you're in the wrong room." The woman looked at him, not offended, not surprised, just calm. "Victor," she said quietly. The man froze. His name. She knew his name. "You moved 3 shipments last month through the North Port," she continued. "You lost 2 containers because you ignored the schedule I sent you." The room slowly turned toward Victor. The woman leaned forward slightly. "And if you interrupt me again..." She paused. The silence stretched across the room. "I might start thinking you don't understand who you work for." No one laughed. No one moved. Because in that moment, they understood something terrifying. This woman knew everything. Victor blinked slowly. "Wait. You're saying..." The woman folded her hands calmly. "Yes." Another man spoke quietly. "You're the boss?" She looked around the table. "I always have been." The room fell silent again. And this time, the silence was different. This was no longer confusion. This was realization. For years, they had followed orders from someone they had never met. And now, they finally understood why the empire had grown so quickly. Because the person running it was smarter than all of them. She stood slowly.
"Gentlemen, I am Ariel Voss."
The name hung in the air. Some of the men exchanged glances. They had heard that name before, but never connected it to the boss. "I built this organization quietly," she continued, "because people underestimate what they don't expect." Her eyes moved across the room. "And most people," she paused, "never expect a woman to be the one in control." No one argued. No one challenged her. Because deep down, they were starting to realize something. Everything about this empire made sense now. The precision, the patience, the strategy. This wasn't chaos. This was design. Ariel walked slowly around the table. Her heels echoed softly on the floor. "You're all wondering the same thing," she said calmly. "Why reveal myself now?" She stopped behind Victor. "Because the city is changing, and the people watching us are getting bolder." She placed her hand lightly on the table. "And when that happens," her voice dropped slightly, "it's time they learn who is really in charge." The room stayed silent, but this time, it wasn't fear, it was respect. Because they finally understood something. The most powerful person in the city was sitting right in front of them, and they had never seen it coming. But while the room slowly accepted the truth, someone else in the city had already heard the news. A rival, someone who believed the Mafia empire had just shown its weakness. Because to him, a woman leading the empire meant opportunity. And he was already planning his first move. The night they discovered the Mafia boss was a woman was only the beginning.